Hey there, team. So we have a Moria attack here. It's like a nice 5-man Moria attack, playing as Dol Amroth, Bilbo. So what do we have for his army? We'll leave it at 1x speed. Oh my lord, 58,000 frames. We will blitz our way through this. I do have a full cup of tea, so we should be fine. Belfast Marines there, Dornell Pikes, Wanderers in Emmerdale, Haven Guard there, Perthol Champions, and the Haven Guard again. Wait, is he going for double Haven Guard? Interesting. Hopefully he'll drop that ram, because you don't need a ram if you're coming in. If you're coming in second, just leave your siege behind. There's no need for it. Any other shenanigans? He's got his Black Swan Renegades. Solid, especially if he's up against Gondor. We'll see what that is. Halberdiers, Perthol Champions. Yes, so they're right. We've got one Haven Guard here. Do we have another? Or am I just being silly? I might just be being... I don't know how I feel about a double Haven Guard strat. I really don't think it's necessary. Yeah, I don't know how I'm feeling about that, Bilbo. Wanderer's there. Let's see. Anything really weird? He's got his archers, Dornell archers. Giving them an armor upgrade? He's not. No. Belfast Marines. Yeah, that's that, really. Double. I'll talk about that probably, because there probably will be a few spare moments, but... yeah, man, I don't know how I feel about going into the red limit when you're on the attack. Like, there's a few units that I do think it's sensible to, but I don't know about how I feel about the Haven Guard, you know. Trolls of Gundabad, then Witch Realm Scourge Raiders, Angmar Marauders, and Blackwatch Legion. He's got his Witchers here. This is Doctor 2, and then Trolls of Angmar. So, yeah, okay, double troll, I like it. Then Pikes, Halberdiers, and Pikes. Good. I like a lot of phalanx stuff on Moria. Always a good idea to get a lot of phalanxes on Moria if you know you're not going to get blasted to pieces by arrow fire, which, you know, we'll see. Well, this looks like a Lothlorien, so yep, that is Realm of Lothlorien. Cannot guarantee you won't get shot up. Then, anyway, so we got the Angmar Marauders, then Blackwatch Legion, Guardians Kingdom, Snaga Stalker Boys there, Marauders, Guardians of Carndom, and those are the Trolls of Gundabad they've moved off. Yes, good. Zooming on over here, we have, zooming again, I guess. There we are. Lalan playing as Misty. I always like to see Misty on a Moria attack anyway, so that's good. You got the Heavy Goblin Crossbows, Heavy Goblin Archers. Zooming back, it looks like he's probably ended his deployment a little bit too fast, but those guys will have time to catch up, no doubt. More crossbows. Black Orcs of the Mountain, got the Troll Drummers, bang, bang, bang. Fearmongers, very good shout, I think, here. I love their... yeah, they always... halberds kind of mess about sometimes. Then infantry, lots of hordes and hordes of infantry. Halberds again, and lots of halberds, dear me. Mountain Orc Coast, and some cave trolls for Lalan. Over there, we have... Rhudaur, played by Pharaoh, so he's got his Herenadine Pikes. I think that if you're going to go into the red limit, there are, as an attacker, there are a few units that I would be okay with it, and the Herenadine Pikes are actually one of them. So yeah, like, I don't know, we'll see how it goes. Rhudaur Swords, and the Herenadine Berserkers, Troll Axe Throwers, more Troll Hunters, the Enslavers, and yes, no, that's just one unit of Enslavers, it's just stretched out a bit, and the Catapult. Rhudaur is taking the catapult today. He's got siege towers up front to protect himself against any counter charge or any sally. But I don't know, like, I often like to welcome sallies when it comes to Moria, because I think I can generally deal with them in a pretty efficient manner. And Tundris has his army laid out very nice for me here. As he's got his Godlim, some Elder Emway archers, Elder Emway spears, Spears of Rivendell, armor upgraded, of course. They're pretty useful now that they're halberds. Now that the Spears of Rivendell have become armor-piercing halberds, they're a pretty sensible unit to bring. Before that, it was just kind of like, why are you taking them? Then the Gwathi Meridian there, the sentries, Imladris sentries even, and then some fodder in the sense of the Archers of Rivendell and the Swords of Rivendell. No armor upgrades for them. So, I like Imladris alongside two heavy numbers forces. And I like over here, we've got Dol Amroth alongside some, more hordes of Angmar. And it makes kind of sense to, go for these like elite units in that type of setup. But yeah, still scared. Okay, yeah, just wanted to make sure that I was still recording. Well, to make sure that I had actually pressed to record, and also might as well just skip to the start of this. Yeah, 4,500 frames to sort of do the deployment is not too bad. So we've got the Kindred of Celeborn there and the Watchers of Golden Wood. Looks like they are running straight on back now though, which is definitely a good idea. They'll have more than enough time. Actually, let's go 0.5 or something, just because, you know, the attackers will move up with the rams. Lorenan Spears, Lorenan Swordmasters and Warriors there holding the front of the bridge. March Wardens of the Wood, more and more March Wardens of the Wood. And Lorenan Archers, as you would need from your Lothlorien MP Becker me. He's really going to want to spam his archers, and hopefully the infantry of his allies will make up for that. Lorenan Archers there, and the Karen Amroth Rangers. Gondorian Archers, Master Blasters. So Gondor, yeah, we were right, Gondor was here. Gondor could definitely take a lot of archers themselves too. So they've got some there, along with the Guardians of... the Caris Galathon Guardians. Then Gondorian Infantry behind, well, in front of some shield-walled Gondorian Spears. Axemen of Lasanac there, max armor upgrades, I love to see it. Very, very solid boys when you do that. It looks like Master Blaster really is the reactive party member today. So he's got his Raven Helms there, Fountain Guard and Citadel Guard, alongside some Lothian Honor Guard and Wardens of the White Tower. The Trebuchet today, March Wardens there, and some more Gondorian Archers. Okay, so who do we have defending this side then? Looks like a Son of the Dunedain playing as Mordor. Mordor's definitely tough on the defense. Definitely not easy to work through them, but yep, we'll see how he does. March Wardens of the Wood. Then some more March Wardens there. Moranon Archers along with Sauron's Well. Temple Guard. Adunaim Shadowbows. Archers. Uruk Captains. Moranon Halberds. Lots of halberds, good, and yeah, so we do have some Lothlorien boys here, Lorenan Spears, Protectors, Orc Javes, and Orc Javes, with some more Moranon halberds. Yeah, okay, good. I'm into this. I am. Yeah, like, if anybody can do this, it's Sun. It's not something I would be attempting, unless for a themed battle, of course. Yeah, so it's a bit strange, the defenders' deployments right now. You know, usually what you see in a Moria defense is you have one defender holding the east, one defender holding the west, and then one defender mixing it up between them. Whereas this is kind of like Lothlorien's on the east, along with some Gondor. Gondor is kind of in the center, but then Lothlorien's also in the west with Sun. Oh, crap! There's been some shenanigans going on outside and I've missed it. Let's go and see what that's all about. Looks like the Olakai from Sun actually stormed out to kill some of these horse. Oh dear, those are Gondorian horsemen. Yeah, looks like there was a Mithran. Oh, please don't be Mithrandir's retinue. Yeah. Oh, damn. Yeah, that looks like it was maybe Mithrandir's retinue there. Coming for a little sally out. Along with, there's some more Gondorians here that have fallen. Oi, risky boys. Yeah, I would have just held them. There's too many halberds here. Like, it's a good idea to take Lancers, but you've got this open area here to use them. Don't try and charge out on Moria. There's deceptively little space here. You know, you think that it's really big out in the open, but it's really quite easy to bottle you up. And that's just what happened, and he was killed. That's a shame. But yeah, no, Doctor was ready for that, and Sun looks like he came on in to try and help him out with his Olakai, get some of those Cavaliers out, but it just didn't work. So that's it's a bit of money down the drain, but it's still not the end of the world. And got some Snaga Stalkers up there, but they're alone, and it looks like yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah, I like this a lot. Sun's really good at sort of like aggressively using his Olakai. And this is a perfect thing for them. Just butcher these initial units that people send in. You know, people send in the fodder thinking like, oh, they're not going to attack me. I'm the attacker. But so just getting them on the back foot like that with that charge, like these Olakai lost nothing for that, and they just stomped their way through a good number of the Snaga. So if you're going to come in You know, you need to sometimes come in a bit more solidly. Oh, yeah, another one down. Almost the captain of the unit, only just making it out of there. Oh, good. Oh, right, it was just Gondor Cav. It was just Gondor Cav for Master Blaster. I would hold back, though. Like, yeah, because I guess he's just not wanting to worry about them. Yeah, so that's why he's sending them on in. Master Blaster is good at using Cav on the defense. So, yeah, I would just held them, really. You know, we've seen that in a few battles, playing as Rohan on the defense, just smashing people out. These gates have not been touched yet. What's going on, Pharaoh? I know he's got time, but, like... yeah, I don't know. I would have just hammered it down myself, but maybe these were glitched out. I don't know. Hard to say. Or he just wanted to wait until... You're going to want to wait until your allies get there anyway before you make an attack, but still, I like to just bust the door down, you know, for the sake of it. Still, yeah, okay, no, not too bad, not too bad. Since it was just Gondor Cav, like, that's really not... if it was Mithrandir's retinue, that would be really quite upsetting. But since it is just the sake of, like, a few Gondor Cavaliers, like, it really wasn't anything too much to worry about. Yeah, still, it would have been nice to have used them inside, I think. Still, I'm quite surprised by this, as I say, about the whole MP Becker me. It looks kind of like maybe that's what they've kind of settled into now. No, there's still so many Gondorians in the centre. Like, there's no rules for, like, how you have to defend Moria. And I really do like it when people do break the mold, and that's very much what they seem to be doing here. With everybody kind of just mucking in where they need to, with the exception of Sun. He's really focused on his area, which is cool. I'm down for this, and especially, like, if they make the enemies use up all of their javelins and such, that's going to make getting through these heavily armored last defending Gondorians really, really tricky if they can't pour javelins on them and if they've already used up a lot of their good armor piercing units. Checking out Pharaoh's army for a minute, because a lot of these hidden Rhudaur forces will have popped up, which I'm not really seeing. Kind of a lack of, like, throwing units from Pharaoh today. Just for, like, what you'd normally expect from a... Oh, there are some Trollshax throwers over there. There probably will be some dotted about, but still. Usually, Fraudulent Javelins, right, we are seeing a few more of them popping up. They're kind of, like, lined up inside of the force, not really gathered up on an area, like, in one area. They've been set up inside, so that's why they're hiding in plain sight, really, which is good. Snag Stalkers from Doctor coming out again, actually. He's got his trolls there. What I would really love to see if Sun charged out with his Olokai just to smash up some Snag Stalkers, and then the trolls of Angmar came in and the trolls of Gundabad. It's kind of just like, you know, still exceptional warriors, but, like, much lower class than the Olokai. And I think that's why Sun's not going in, just because he would lose his Olokai, and he needs his Olokai a bit more, arguably, than they need their trolls. So, what do we have? More non-archers moving up there. More March Wardens off the wood. Okay. Having a treble defense is always fantastic too. Just really outplays any siege weapon the enemy can bring. You know, because you're accurate. You're a lot of destructive ability. The only issue is it's a big clunky piece of siege gear, so it is pretty tough to get into position, but there's only 2 pieces of it is the thing. So you know, overall it takes up less space than 3 catapults do, so I think you can probably do more with it, which is fair. I'm just going to close my blinds, open them up, because my last Silmarillion battle that I just recorded there, I was quite excited by thunder and I was wanting to look out the window and try and see where it came from. We caught sight down the crevice there. Ooh, very cool. Never really looked down that before. Oh well. Yeah, it'll be slow, it'll be careful from these boys. I'm interested to see sort of what comes in first, because we do have 2 heavy numbers armies, and I'm interested to see just how much Tundris allows his allies to just die for him, before he starts to send in his boys. Saying that though, Tundris has a lot of Swords of Rivendell and such that he will be comfortable losing. March Wardens here, hoods up, so they've got that armor upgrade. They're opening up into the enemy. Ah, the Olokai actually... Jesus, you're not just going to let this happen? Yeah, okay, good. Oh, fantastic, breaking our wish. Yeah, Olokai are bolting out. Snagastalkers bolt, they're running away. Oh my god. A few... If they can drop an Olokai or two... Wait, did he just smash that guy? No, he ran away. Okay, no. Oh, pushing it a bit too deep. Be careful, dudes. Yeah, get them out of there. Trolls of Angmar. Okay. Ooh, yeah, dude. It's such a cheap unit, and I really am sort of making a bigger deal out of it than I should. But like having that entire force of Snagastalkers. Oh, just catch up, boy. Having that entire unit of Snagastalkers taken out for not a lot of gain is it's a little bit of a loss, you know, and it's all those little things in these early stages of siege battles that will just add up and make the ending attack, you know, just a lot more difficult. Saying that though, that's a dead Olokai. Okay, maybe they have been taking more damage than I thought. March Wardens just holding fire from MP Beckerme. Yeah, just be stubborn and let the Olokai do it, really. Oh, Angmar Marauders though, they'll hurt. Oh, jeez, jeez. So one of these Dornernal archers was just like, no sir, you're getting knocked on your ass. Okay, so he's been pretty bold with these guys now, because they're gonna take losses up against those Angmar Marauders. Not many, but well, they wouldn't be able to wipe out that entire army, well, that entire unit even, after all the damage they've already taken. Unless it was just the trolls that dealt with that. The fact that Doctor's got 2 units of trolls, I would probably send one of them in. Probably send like the trolls Gundabad in right now. I'll take a quick screenshot just to make sure I don't forget later on, which I probably will. And everybody likes trolls. Black Swan Renegades coming forward. Yeah, you want to run away from Black Swan Renegades because they are armor-piercing maces getting through the Olokai's armor. And that is going to be, yeah, that's the call to run. Yeah, you can see how quickly they just devoured him. And these two, I don't think they're going to make it out either. How many do we kill from that? Jesus criminy. That's a lot of Angmar Marauders that got minced. He's going for it. I appreciate this. I really do appreciate your drive, friend, but I think it's misplaced. Dude, if you could kill this guy, I'd be so impressed. No, I don't think he's going to try. Jav's coming in. Black Swan Renegades, worthy target, I'd say, especially back shot. Oh my god. Yeah, pretty good, pretty nice. Back shot to the Black Swan Renegades like that is a very worthy target. And a lot of casualties being taken over here. I'm actually going to have to slow down, I think. I don't know, I'm not going to slow down that much on a 58,000 frame battle. You just kind of got to deal with sometimes you're going to miss things. Archers of Rivendell coming on forward, receiving counter fire from March Wardens. Yeah, like, I think that's very fair. The Archers of Rivendell can go down quite easy. They're not heavily armored. And being an Elven Archer, even though they're a militia tier Elven Archer, they're gonna be something. They're gonna be a bit of a nuisance in melee once they've done their ammo. So just shooting some of them down is not a bad idea. Shooting the Goblin Infantry though is not something I approve of too much. I guess they've got a lot of archers. They really do, but I just never like shooting Goblin Infantry. No matter really, well, unless you get them, especially not in the front with their little shields. If I got a guaranteed back shot at Goblin Infantry, I'd probably take it. I'd give him a volley anyway. Yeah, it looks like Sun he knows that his Olokai are not necessary for the later stages of his plan. And you see this is where I'd want my Gondorian Cav. Just bam 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 hitting them now. Really. Now, of course, they wouldn't do this. They wouldn't strike like this if they had Gondorian Cav on the field. Actually, what do we have in terms of shielded spearmen? We don't have much. The only spearmen we have are our phalanx units. So, if they did have some cavalry, the only way that they could deal with that cav is by sending in a phalanx. And if you send in a phalanx, they'll get devoured by ranged units. Big think, boys. Big think. Okay, anyway, it's going okay over here. I think this strategy is quite nice. I've seen Sun do it before, usually on Karn Doom. He sort of uses Olokai in this manner, and I like it. And yeah, there's nothing here now to fight up against the Olokai, so they can once again just butcher these archers. A lot of attackers, sometimes they get comfortable with this idea that, like, oh, we outnumber them so much, we can lose these guys. And you stay in that mindset for too long, and then you're like, oh wait, shoot, I've lost a lot, and I've not really gained a huge amount for it. March Wardens, though, I'm sure MP Beckerme is not too upset about losing a few of those guys. But yeah, same with Thunderers, really. Ettamore Troll Hunters. Now, Ettamore Troll Hunters are the bane of my existence as a defender. I hate them. I love them as an attacker. I love them as whenever I play as Rhudaur, really, no matter the scenario. But it's just the fact that efficiently taking them out with ranged units is not a thing you can do. Because they have such a massive shield, and because they're one of the only Rhudaur units that actually wear armor, they can just sit and they can tank your arrow fire all day. What do we get? Yeah, still just some more Dunman Spears coming in, taking a bit of fire, but it's mainly the archers doing that. Like, they can just sit and tank that fire. So if you do want to destroy them, you're using up a full, you're using up a tremendous amount of arrows to actually get the job done. And if you don't do anything about them, then they're going to be unloading a lot of javelins on you, and some damn good jabs too. So usually I just ignore them. I let them use up their ammunition because I just find it too difficult to counter them. And if I put too much effort into countering them, then I won't have enough for later. Blackswan Renegades coming in now. It's kind of a nuisance. Like, the problem is here, because Bilbo has gone for the double Haven Guard strat, he's not really got a lot of the mid-tier humans who could be a really good unit to just get in here and just hide them in this corner. Nice heavily armored Athelan men-at-arms, just sitting in that corner, and just, if the enemy charges out with something, you deal with it. If they get javelins into it, it's okay. It's not like a great issue for you. But the Blacks, right now he's having to use his Blackswan Renegades for that, and they're just a bit too important. Especially if you're getting through the Nazgul later, you're going to want their AP. It's a bit of a menace. Still, arrow fire coming into the Stalkers. Now, it's poison arrow fire. This is the only time that I'd really be into firing into these guys. I know the March Wardens are doing the same with Goblin Infantry over on the other side, but yeah, he's got them shaking here. The Nazgul are frightening, and I'm pretty sure they're within their fear-causing range. It's good that he's leaving them right there. A lot of people would think that's too close. They're in a lot of danger there, but they are very safe, and he will be watching them. And just having them included in this negative fear bonus is fantastic. Gardens of Carn-Dûm coming forward. Now, even without the armor upgrade, they are very sturdy. This guy is glitched in a very unpleasant way, isn't he? Oh, sorry, that's his arm. I like the idea of people just walking around. There is just this troll arm just reaching up at them. But yeah, Gardens of Carn-Dûm, they can take fire all day. If the enemy want to shoot at me with anything, and they provide, unless that's been changed, they provide a morale buff to people around them. So I love that. I've said it before a few times. I adore morale buffs. They're just a thing I really, really like. I like factions that have them. I just like my men standing their ground for as long as possible. Gondorian spears here, mix in with some Gondorian infantry, slicing their way through some Dunman spears. There are some heavy goblin infantry there. I'm surprised these guys are having so much trouble. Swords of Rivendell, I mean, sure, they're quite tough to deal with for a standard human, but I guess it is just the low numbers that's the problem there. Lorenan Swordmasters standing by behind them. Looks like they were fighting with a few scraps that made it through, but most of them are holding back. Okay, no, it's a bit better now. I was thinking it should have gotten quite good. Swords of Rivendell are nice, but without that armor upgrade, there's such a big gap in armor between them and the Gondorians, so it'll be tough. It'll be very tough. Even up against Spearmen with their Spear Malice there. Good, just blessed. Yeah, just blind through. I like what Master Blaster's doing here. It's working out okay. We got 12 for 5. It's okay to be down in these early stages, as I say, because the defenders are always going to get more out of their range units than an attacker will. It's very, very rare for the attacker to actually, use his range units in a more preferable manner Let's try and see if we can get another one of those volleys. That'd be a nice one. But yeah. It is what it is. Guardians of Carndom, if you can throw your jabs into their backs, I'm a big fan of that. Especially these lower tier jabs, the Orc javelins. They're going to be a massive part of Sun's plan here, just because he's got so many of them. You know, they're super, really. Low tier jabs, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of all tier jabs, really. Apart to, I guess, I don't like high tier jabs. That's a fair point. I like low tier jabs, I like mid tier jabs, and well, I guess that exception, Rhudaur is the exception. But when it comes to like the Sapphire Bladesmen, don't really care for them. But yeah, it is what it is. The trolls are kind of dancing around here. Trolls are going to bad, they do have a bit of armor on them, and they, as I always say, they're a smaller unit than they appear. But when you've got an elven arrow coming at you, it's going to be accurate. You know, you're going to be able to take a bit of that fire. Does he have... Yeah, he's got 2 units of shadow bows. That's always a solid shout, I think. Especially on Moria. On a lot of defensive maps, no. But on Moria, yeah, two rangers is the way to fly. What you got? Lornan archers here setting up now. Gondorian archers in front of them, saving their ammo. Trebuchet's opening up. A little bit of friendly fire. No. Not too much. Oh, good stuff. Well done, man. That was a danger close strike, but that was primarily on the Mountain Orc host, who are very good. Definitely on the line to go toe-to-toe with a human man-at-arms. So if you can strike some of them down, that's great. Back here, yeah, it was, again, Mountain Orc host. Definitely a useful, very useful unit for the Misty Mountains. It's going to be interesting. As I say, I like to refrain from using them, but that's more just because I adore the aesthetic of the heavy goblin infantry. And I do love to just have the hordes and hordes. They're so cheap for so many men. And the Mountain Orc host. But you cannot deny the Mountain Orc host's efficiency and effectiveness. So, the catapult's coming on in now, and it does look like we've got some counter battery fire. The trebuchet will beat the catapult at range. Sorry about this, guys. I'm just trying to find a nice shot to... But if Pharaoh can... What's he want to do here? They're so close together. One good shot can take out the last 2 of these catapult pieces. Especially one good fire shot from that treb. Opening up. But we are running... You know, we're using ammo on that trebuchet, so... He's using non-fireballs, which does mean he's... Oh, okay, 1 down. 1 more catapult remaining for Pharaoh, and I don't think he's really gotten a shot off. He's trying to counter fire. Right, he's pulling it on back. I often think it is a good idea to take ballistas instead of catapults when you're an attacker on Moria. There we go. He's done. Yeah, that's a shame. Used up a lot of treb ammo. And sometimes if you can just use your catapult or your siege piece to absorb a lot of fire from the enemy siege piece, especially if you're an attacker. If you're a defender, then no. But if you're an attacker, then that can be really good. Oh my god, damn it, son! I love this. Yeah, I mean, totally. They've got some Belfast Marines. They've got some Scourge Raiders, but like, when I'm saying that, I'm talking about units that can actually really threaten these Temple Executioners at ranged. Because I adore how just aggressive he's being with these amazing units. And I get that's what you have to do as Mordor. When you're on the defense, you have to be willing to actually send these guys in early to just butcher the hordes of trash that are coming at you. And when I say trash, I don't... Angmar halberds. Oh, Angmar halberds are coming on forward, so we can open up on them, which we are. Even Orc archers taking, putting arrows in them. I was about to say putting bullets in them. Nazgul, they're up here too, slicing through these guys. There's nothing really that can challenge them here. Goddamn nothing. Yeah. Good. And this is a problem with a very phalanx-based attack. Yeah, there's too many. I'm a bit worried. I think the attackers just have too many phalanxes on the field today. I think that it's not going to work out. Just because, especially when we've got these elves on the attack. Oh, great, cool, yeah. Usually I make no secret about being very afraid of rotten meat because of its effects on my own units. But when you've got an elven ally taking the front line, and you're being attacked by Rhudaur's got pretty good morale, but Misty definitely doesn't. yeah, Misty's going to be smelling that. They're going to be scared. Rhudaur is going to be a little bit unnerved, but then Imladris is going to be fine. Like you can see, these guys are already shaking, and they're not really being shot at. They've just got rotting meat around them, and they're like, nope, I'm not wanting to be here, boss. And that's probably with the bloody drums right on behind them too. So yep, the drums are right there, and they're already shaking. So all of these guys that are coming on in, they're smelling that rotten meat, and they're not loving it. So I'm a big fan of that. For me, I don't really think I see rotting meat get used well too often, or I guess I see it get used improperly far too often for me to like it. But no, the boys are doing a good job with it. Nazgul again, Temple Executioners coming in for round 2, up against the Trolls. The Trolls will take out a few of them, but this will usually, these exceptional Swordmasters will quite efficiently take down a unit of Trolls. When you're armoured up a bit, like the Trolls of Gundabad are... Oh, Javies, good stuff. Belfast Marines are coming on in. This is definitely the unit you want to watch out for. The Archers are trying to take them out, but with a bit of armour and that shield, they should be able to get most of their ammunition used up, and you couldn't ask for a better target than the Temple Executioners. Sun sees that, he's getting them out. Yeah, good stuff. They were ready for this. As you can see, they're taking them out with their arrows, but just not fast enough. And they've done a good bit of damage there to the Temple Executioners, so that's a good move. Yeah, they've got jabs to respond to anything with. Belfast Marines continuing to move up forward, though. You gotta be a bit worried. Oh, God. Okay, that's a big, pretty sizable unit of Angmar halberds bolting out. I don't know if they're gonna come back. I do not know if they'll come back. We'll have to, we'll cross our fingers, because we're gonna need them. More on archers. I'm surprised by the amount of archers that Sun has taken, to be honest. Like, I guess he's just wanting to make sure that he is self-reliant. Like, he doesn't need to rely on Lothlorien's archers in order to actually function. He's got his own. That's quite cool. Oh, I see a sword in the way and a banner there. Cool. So yeah, he's got his own forces there that he can use when a target of opportunity appears. Need to turn back on fire ammunition there, I think, but maybe he's just wanting some very accurate fire, so it could be the case. As the Rhudaur swordsmen continue to batter in to these men, Lornan axemen with their sort of slightly higher damage than a standard sword is really going to be cracking through ribs of the Rhudaur forces, because they do not have much armor. And yeah, Lornan swordmasters very good too, but somebody's got to do this. And even though Rhudaur swordsmen lack much armor, if you're shooting at them from the front, that sturdy-ass shield will protect them for a good bit. So they're going to be doing all right. The halberdiers behind them, they're going to get massacred. 8 more troll hunters are standing their ground there. They cannot throw... This is why this is a good position. Even though you sacrifice the high ground, the enemy can't throw stuff at you. And you can still shoot and throw stuff at the enemy. So these 8 more troll hunters are not really able to use their ammunition too well. They're in shield wall to try and maximise their sort of shield efficiency up against the enemy. These spearmen are actually pushing them through, maybe trying to get to them. But it's messy. It's very messy. 12 for 13 now. This is it's a bit scary for the attackers for sure. Zooming back on over. What have we got? Orc Javies from Sun stepping on out. Nope, moving back on in. Trolls of Gundabad. Yeah, Trolls of Gundabad looked like they were coming in to chase them out. Sun's seeing that. They're running away. So they're going to stop and try to volley. Looks like this is probably that unit. Came back from routing, but it's not loving its place in this world. So I might end up bolting pretty soon again. I'd probably just pull out, let it chill out for a bit. Wanting to make sure they use up Bilbo's archers properly. What have they got? Halberds, archers, Haven Guard. Fuck. I don't know, man. I do not know. It just feels like we do not have enough, like, actual shielded fighting men. Yeah. Scourge Raiders will mince some people. With those rangers that Sun has placed up on that hill, it's going to be messy to move ahead with halberds like that. because the only way they're going to be able to really break through that, because they lack a lot of real ranged power, the only way they're breaking through that defense is going to be coming forward hard with their phalanx units, which is of course going to mean that they have to you know, blob up. Now you can have an aggressive push without blobbing up, but you've always got to have a few ranks deep. And if the enemy, if the defender is aware that like this is as good as it's going to get, he's going to start unloading on you. And more troll hunters there. So they can take ammunition all day. Sometimes I do I'm more than happy for them to lose half of their unit just taking arrow fire. It's always a shame, but you know, it's okay. It does the job, and they're still going to be able to get all their jabs used up. So why not? I'd rather they take a bit of damage rather than say my Rhudaur axeman, or you know, something a lot more fragile and much more sort of important in melee. Archers there, still shaking, right next to troll drummers. It's still shaking, poor boys. How's that? The rotting meat has gone away now. Luckily that effect has finished. But they've still got that trebuchet manned, so they no doubt have the ability to throw down some more rotting meat. And what you can end up doing, especially on a map like Moria, is you just target like all the way back here, and it just affects them and doesn't affect you. They end up reaching your lines already shaken, and they may not be currently getting affected by it, but the effects sort of remain for a bit, and you can mess them up. Trolls are good and bad. It's going to be a lot of cat and mouse going on here, as they just pick away at each other. Oh, like I'd be so tempted to just take the Minas Morgul Chosen just for a quick charge in the back. March Wardens of the Wood just holding them in place right now, as we continue to unload fire into these halberds, some of these Angmar Marauders. But I just think one quick charge in the back could break that unit. That's what I'm thinking there. Blackguard, they've moved on forward now. They're definitely where they target jabs. Of course, they've got their they're turning around to face the front now. But this position here, if you manage to secure this with your jabs, Uruk Captains again, Sun, responding with a very good quality unit just to chase the enemy back, which I'm a big fan of. Scared them away. Yeah, that's an 80-man Angmar Marauder force. As a defender, you don't have to kill every single man. If you can get some running off, then that's fantastic. Kindred are opening up over here into this blob. Drummers, boom, 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 boom. There we go. Wraithian Meridian. Pikes, again, more and more. Like, I love to take this, but I just do worry that we didn't have enough communication in the lobby phase of this battle. And you know, people didn't really state just how many phalanx units they were bringing, and we're kind of, you know, we saw their Pharaoh had a lot of swords. You know, he had a lot of these Rhudaur swordsmen, and they've done a pretty damn good job. But we could have used a bit more, I think. And to be honest, there was a lot of mountain or post. There still is some in the fight there. Interesting. Kindred's still opening up. Archers off of Rivendell are in position now. Nice fresh unit. What are they opening up on? Kindred are always a nice target. Yeah, good. Just try and rattle them down. They're an elite unit, so if you can take out a few of their hit points, just to make them a little bit less menacing in melee later. Some arrows coming all the way up and over from the Archers of Rivendell, because of course there's no ceiling on this map. You know, we've just kind of got to imagine that, but it does mean you can arc arrows up and over. Which is generally not, you know, it's generally not frowned upon. Fire arrows coming on in here, trying to maybe set a trebuchet alight. Not a bad idea, but you know, it can definitely happen. They're a massive target, so the trebuchets can just absorb a lot of fire and maybe start burning. I do quite like using armor-piercing arrows to quite quickly take out siege weapons. It's of course not really how you want to use armor-piercing arrows, but if you have to, it can get the job done. And it's good he's chasing away that siege tower now. More on archers from Sun, moving on around. March Wardens of the Wood there. As it looks like we've got our first unit of Moron Halberd stepping on forward. As the enemy's range potential is just... Oh no, they're moving on back now. I was going to say the range potential of the enemy is really limited. So you can start to make a go with those unshielded units. All they've really got are these Dornarnal archers and then the Scourge Raiders. Definitely don't want to take a phalanx, well, definitely don't want a phalanx unit to take a volley from them in the face. Got some halberds running off there. We're not seeing anything else running, so it does look like the attackers have been lucky, and a lot of these men have come back from routing to either be sent in again or rested. I've been trying to rest my units a lot more now than I used to, just especially in these longer siege battles. When I have another unit I could send in its place, I like to just hold them back. You know, why not? The Rangers there. Gondor Spears running. Hopefully they don't glitch out in the centre. Oh, Dunman Pikes, always a tempting target for Rangers, just how lightly armoured they are and how usually they are very tightly packed. Pharaoh has been careful with how he's approached though. He's only setting up and getting really tight together now when he is quite close, but still he is in range. He's in a perfect shot for those Rangers actually. He's doing his best to try and avoid these shots, but it's hitting him anyway. The Archers of Rivendell will be responding. I don't know what they're doing here. They're kind of just moonwalking backwards, trying to find a nice position. Right, looks like they found it now. Just mixing amongst these bloodied cave troll drummers. Oh, all right, okay. I thought that goblin infantryman was T-posing for a second, but no, he was just waving his arms. I'd never seen a unit sort of get T-posed like that. Master Blaster still just at the back here, set up perfectly with the Citadel Guard and his Fountain Guard. It does look like he is going to be the last line of defense. But if the defense does continue to hold quite nicely, then hopefully he does see his opportunity to just send a little bit more reinforcements in. Looks like the Woodland Realm Protectors are getting over here, preparing their jabs. It's a good shield on the Black Horse Legion. You don't really want to throw it in their faces, but you know, if you have to, there are worse choices. Angmar Marauders coming on forward. They're fresh, so they maybe have been rested, or they are just a different unit entirely. Shaken already from those poison arrows. But it looks like Doctor is just plugging this gap. With a lot of Defender's Javelins shuffle around. And more ammunition coming into them. So many dead trolls here. This would be very tricky to like stomp your way over. Yeah, it'd be like an artillery damaged battlefield, but instead of artillery craters, you've got just dead trolls that you've got to clamber over. Good. Some of these March Wardens came back from routing. They're not going to do tremendous amounts on the field, but it's something. Nimlothian Honor Guard standing in front of Wardens of the White Tower. That wouldn't be fun to try and push through. Imagine getting I've seen it before actually. Nimlothian Honor Guard front line, backed up by the Fountain Guard. Now, something big happened here. As we can see, they pushed through, but it kind of looks like it was an organized retreat, in all honesty. And it was good that the attackers definitely grabbed them for it, but this does look like it was an organized retreat from the defenders, which you don't see a lot of the time, which I really like. Falling back in this way, especially if they can hold that position, as they can shoot these guys right in the back. But it does give the attackers a good chance to start using their ammunition. Now they've sacrificed this position. God damn, poor more troll hunters. And that's getting shot from the right side too, so their best defensive feature, that massive shield, is not going to be helpful. But looks like they're willing to take it and just tank that up in order to get jabs right into the faces of the warriors and sword masters. Very worthy target for their javelins, if they can drop a few of those. What have we got? No, continuing to fall back. I really like this. It's MP Beckerme is doing this in a really smart way. Just push them back, pull a unit away, because you don't want to stay here, because you are just getting shot at. Gondorian archers positioned here, yeah, they can do some good work. And yeah, you want to be doing the defensive position here, just so that the enemy can't really shoot you as well. Oh, yo. But yeah, the attackers do need to hold them in two places now. They can no longer sort of bunch their forces together, which is good, is generally a good thing for an attacker. But the issue with it is that when your morale is worse than the enemy's morale, splitting up your force can be very dodgy. It looks like Sun has actually allowed them to enter in here, as the attackers have really come flying on in. They're receiving a lot of ranger fire, no doubt. Both of these units of shadow bows have opened up. Yeah, they are both going for it, along with the temple guards. So body piercing and armor piercing opening up, and it does. Oh my god! Oh, that's so cool. Wait, what's going on here? Blackwatch Legion, I find them there. There's still. I need to zoom in on the mini-map. This is crazy. Yeah, that's great. I love this. The defenders are like falling back in an organized manner. Again, really cool. The Blackwatch Legion, very good at pushing through these Orc captains, but just countercharge from the Lothlorien warriors and big elven axe cracking into you. And then from the side there, those Temple Executioners. But if they can just hold these guys in place, just wipe out the Temple Executioners, this could be a good win for the attackers. Coming forward again with their trolls, it does look like this was a very aggressive move, which is going to be resulting in a lot of casualties, but if they can punish the defenders for it, then that works. They have been able to get on in and start spreading out, which is nice, and they've not really flowed through as one continuous blob either. It's actually been quite organised, a lot more organised than it sort of initially seemed. Orc archers there just being fed into the blender, just to hold them back for a time. Mordor archers here again. Is that the same unit? No, sorry, there's Orc archers, those are Mordor archers. Just so that Sun can use up his ammunition. But saying that, how much does Sun actually have on the front line right now? He's got his Minas Morgul chosen there. They'll hold for a long time. Halberds, they can be sent on in. And he does have his Saurons well in the back. Yeah, he can keep feeding troops into this mess for a while. More than enough time for him to use up all of his ammo, no doubt. But if I was Gondor, I'd be really tempted to grab something from my centre line and send it down on here. But then you'll have to pay attention to it. And with most of your focus elsewhere, you don't really want that. Gondorian archers here just being used to hold back the Eldarin way. They're not going to last too long, but they're just trying to hold back in order to let the Rangers use up what they can. The Kindred still have their bows out. March Wardens, damn. We don't have... Where are our infantry? We need some more infantry here. Unless now the defenders have shown their ability to do this before. What could very well happen is another controlled retreat, which that looks like that's what they're doing. The Rangers have probably used up most of their ammo. No, they seem to be trying to get out too. Okay, good. I really like this. It's cool to see it. The snow trolls there blasting their way through the sacrificial Lothlorien archers. Yeah, Lothlorien archers were left to hold the line, as they have done bravely. But now it is down to Gondor to really, drill some kills in the enemy. They've been sacrificing themselves throughout, so it's not too bad for them. Gondorian, they need to use up their ammo, right? There is sort of a path you can like slip around here, but if these guys sort of do a bit of a counter charge and they hold pretty firm, then yeah, and they'll be on guard mode anyway, so they should be able to use up that ammunition quite nicely. The Guardians are there. Oh god, I would not want to be the one having to funnel my way up through here, but the attackers don't have to. You don't have to attack every point of approach if you don't want to. I would definitely recommend having Misty's forces all concentrated together, just so that their troll drummers can work to the most effect. Gwathi Meridain, yeah, it looks like the defenders here have fallen back in, once again, a pretty organised manner. A few of their archers getting caught here, but continuing to run. Watch of the Golden Wood. Those heavy mass arrows will knock back the pursuing enemy. But they're going to want to use up that ammo again. Oh, it kind of looks like a bow, doesn't it? Oh, a bit of a misshapen bow. I guess, yeah, you could say that this is the front. Yeah, oh, I like that. It does look like a bow, doesn't it? Cool. Oh, okay, Gondor. Yeah, oh, Treb is coming down. But is that it? Yeah, that's it. Looks like the Treb's coming down, and Gondor has focused its full efforts into defending here and up here. And it looks like they're just sort of leaving whatever Sun has left to hold that other side, but Sun might actually be able to finish this. Yeah, there's really nothing left. It said some pikes, some Perithal champions. Actually, sir, 2 armored up units of pikes and 1 Perithal champion. Definitely nothing to be ignored. Going on in. Ooh, damn. Treb is starting to light up these Haven Guard. That's not good. Ooh. Just even one or two of these guys going down by trebuchet shot is not going to be fun. Orc archers having to be sent on in, getting butchered. Minas Morgul chosen, relying a lot on that armor value. The Black Swan renegades will hurt them, but they'll be hurt a lot more by the Blackguard. Then, Witcherell Blackguard. Belfast Marines pouring their jabs in. Still so many arrows coming at them. The defenders still just really having those ammo supplies to spare. Woodland Protectors getting around the side. You do not want to let them get volleys into your Haven Guard. So, I wonder, you need something up here, dude, to stop this. They're good. Belfast Marines will take out some of them for sure, but no matter what, they need to be stopped from using their jabs. Not really. That's a general drop. The announcer didn't say anything. I don't know if that was Sun's general or if that was the Bilbo general. Could have been either. These Haven Guards shouldn't... Oh, no, it's definitely not Bilbo's general, so it'll be Sun's. I think I spotted him there. Might have been wrong, actually. Yeah, either way, both forces here are down to their really elite units. This is Haven Guard versus Temple Executioners, so some of the best sword masters we have there. Orc Jabbies, just being heavy numbers, really. Belfast Marines pouring jabs into... the Woodland Protectors that are... they're interrupting the Wanderers in Nimrodel. And they might do some good damage to them there, to be honest. I would just... Yeah, I think I'd get everything in there now, Bilbo. Like, there's no need to have reserves outside anymore. I know it's risky to have your guys get shot at, but, like, everything's getting shot at right now. And you're armoured up. Pikes are going to do a bit better than something else. It's just you need more rigidity in this formation. You need your pikes to actually win these fights quite comfortably. Because because Sun's still got a lot of guys and he's going to flood on through and charge your guys in the back and just devour them that way. There's still Nazgul in play. Still 3 Nazgul in play. They will be very badly beaten. And the Haven Guard might just be what is needed to wipe them out in the end. Temple Executioners still 12. But up against 18 Haven Guard in one unit. And how many in the other? I don't know. 16 in the other? Unless they've just taken a bunch of losses. I think, oh god, those Haven Guard are starting to drop like flies. Oi, oi, oi. Shadow Bows there, you out of ammo? No. No, they're not. Mordor Archers are not either. So they're waiting for the pikes to appear. And, no matter what, like, whenever the pikes appear, they're going to get massacred by those archers, so... Girthal Champions coming on forward. Scourge Raiders running away. Oh, dearie me. Wanderers and Nimrodel, at least they're getting their shots out. Just anything, I'd really, like, any sort of blob, doesn't really matter what is inside the unit, I would just go for it with my Wanderers right now, in all honesty. Rhudaur is able to stand right in the face of Gondor. Now you can see exhausted versus fresh, so not only are they vastly outskilled, they're also out-fatigued by the defenders right now. So it would not be fun. Oh, a bit of a counter-charge from Master Blaster. It's going to expose himself to a lot of fire from the Trollshire Axe Throwers. Actually, because they are so far up the slope, that's a tricky shot for these guys. If they were on flat ground, maybe if they were like right here, but would they be able to throw over the Elder Imwe then? I don't know. God damn. Blackback Mountain Berserkers ready for their turn. Imladris Sentries coming on around. What do we still have in... Oh! Didn't even see these guys. Drake Broodlings are there. They can come slamming through a force soon, I'm sure. Godhalim, that's everything now. That is all the attackers have over there getting sent on in. We got 61 for 55, so the attackers have been pulling it back. And they still do have a lot of their good quality units. Throwing axes, of course, going into the heavily armoured Gondorians is going to be tough. You know, they're going to be able to shrug off a lot of that damage, but it still is so much. You know, this is not a bad. This is a good use of the ammunition. You know, it's just had they been javelins there, that could have been very, very brutal. The trebuchet is actually coming over here. I've never have I actually seen the treb get used in this side of the battlefield, so that's quite cool. Last few snow trolls remaining. getting sliced on down. Actually, saying that, how many snow trolls are there? 8. Still 8 snow trolls, so it looks like the order has been given for them to retreat. But those guys are being stubborn, and they're staying in the fight. A few scraps here, Watchers. Oh, March Wardens the Wood on fire. Oh wait, no, maybe not on fire at will. No, not on fire at will. Okay, good. Slightly sort of mixed up against each other there. I'd maybe try to give them a little bit more space there. But if they're firing, they're firing. Looks like Sun is comfortable to fall back from here. Sauron's Well finishing it off. Still a few Temple Executioners, yeah. A Dunheim Shadowbow is standing. And now the pikes are coming forward. But it's just too late, you know. Oh, there is that other unit of Haven Guard. Damn. Bilbo. Like, I think had that come in when there was this real clash occurring, it could have been better. I think, yeah, because it was a messy fight, which you don't usually get as an attacker, and that's what you really want. And, nah, man. Blackguard, they're trying, but they're just walking away from them. And now they're just going to throw trash to just swallow up the Blackguard for a while. So that Sun can fall back, form up a defense wherever he really wants. But had those pikes come in, and had that unit of Haven Guard come in, yeah, maybe that could have done a lot better. Still, it would have taken a lot of losses. And they've bled Sun a lot, and they bled, you know, all of the Lothlorien forces that were over there too, absorbed a lot of ammunition. But it's mainly going to be down to this push now. 8 more Troll Hunters there. They can be used in Shield Wall, but a unit of 31 and a unit of 15, they've still got their jabs, that's what he's wanting to use. But still, after they do use their javelins, maybe they could be used as a pushing unit here. You wouldn't want to, that's a dense line, and they've got more units that they could pour on into it if they wanted to. Eldrim with Spears, another unit that they could Shield Wall push. It's just Herenadine Pikes, yeah. They can do something for sure on the front line. And the White Uruk Fearmongers, okay, they still do have some good grinding potential. They definitely do. They don't have to rely on a push there. Herenadine Rangers from Pharaoh. I've not seen these guys fire anything yet, so that's a shame if they don't get used. You often get a lot of people that say, you know, there's no point in taking Rangers on the attack to Moria. I don't agree with that, but like you do have to, you've got to be a lot more liberal with how you use them. Trebuchet's trying to retreat back. Pharaoh's really wanting to grab it, which I understand. Lornand Warriors trying to stop, along with, of course, the Eldrim with Spears from Hunter's Fox. Oh, very brave boys. Surprised they managed to get that out, in all honesty. He's given them more attack orders just to stop it, but it's not going to happen. They've got it away. Yeah, Guardians, they could come in to save it, which they have just done. Oh, good goal, boys. Very good goal, but they've managed to save that, and now I think we're going to get some point-blank shots into it. Oh, Karis, yeah, Guardians, get some volleys, boys. Get some axe volleys into the Guardians is lovely. Citadel Guards can shrug off that damage a lot better, but still. I think at this point, just get your axes into somebody. Still over 20,000 frames. Oh, yo, I'm gonna have to take a goblet of tea. Sorry, guys. I don't like making these sorts of mouth noises. Nice. So yeah, no, my throat was sort of needing that there. What do we have here? Orc Archers still with a few boys left. Yeah, Sun's just sacrificing these guys down to slow them down. Yeah, you see, they could have just come in earlier and dominated the battlefield with these pikes. But now they're just having to sort of grind through. They're getting shot at. Well, they would always get shot at, to be honest, but they're limiting their damage to shooting by doing what they're doing. Haven Guard's still coming up. Ooh. Brave one guy there, but he's been taken out. We can ignore his moment of fear as he did break just before he died. You know, that's only natural for a little boy. Sauron's Well, it looks like a downhill sort of movement is coming on here. Halberds are waiting by. He still has enough to form a decent little phalanx. And backed up by a few Gondorians, then they'll be able to hold back Dol Amroth and the few remaining Angmar elites that are here too. Surprised we didn't see any barrel whites from the Angmar forces today. You don't usually see, well, oftentimes on attack you don't see barrel whites. I think they're a must take for defense though, just because you can put them right in front of your lines and just laugh as the enemy tries to throw javelins at you, or axes or whatever they want. You know, it's just they can sponge it. Halberds here. Oh right, no, okay, it's the shadow bows there that are the front line. Halberds are just backing them up. Pikes don't really like fighting uphill like this, so to be honest, the Sarons will do very nicely. The Haven Guard are coming up though; they'll mince through them. Concentrating your forces like this in one area is probably not a bad idea, since everybody's around the general, everybody's around the Haven Guard. It'll keep their morale solid, and you're not too worried about getting shot at anymore. But you do give the enemy the freedom to shoot you in the back, which is what they're doing right now. Clever stuff. Yeah, the Blackguard, hopefully Doctor's Blackguard will stop anybody from shooting them in the back. Who are you still fighting here? One Executioner has got these guys tied up. Yeah, lots of Black Numenorians just going toe to toe today. I think he might end up killing this guy. Oh wait, no, nah, there he goes. As soon as it's just a death sentence. As soon as I say that to people, they just die. Just a stubbornness to prove me wrong. Okay, yeah, good. Okay, things have organised now. The pikes have sort of sorted their crap out, so they are dropping some of these Sarons well. But if Sun can just keep them busy for a bit longer, take out a few more of their number, then that's all that matters. As we, oh my god! I'm so sorry, I didn't even see this. What did that? Herniday Berserkers, maybe? Oh my god. That's an absolute brutal maneuver. Oh, so many bloody Found Guard. Poor boys. Poor fucking guys. Ay. What the hell did that? Was it like fraud from Javelin? Like, it must have been the Herniday Berserkers. God damn. We got too cocky, boys. We got way too fucking cocky. Yeah, damn. Oh, well, good stuff, Pharaoh. Or whoever did do that, actually. Oh, wait. Oh, well, yeah, there's a lot of corpses, and a lot of them are, like, down here bracing, but... Oh, holy smokes. Still, it's a good front line that is going to hold out for a good bit. But that changes the game. That really does change the game. How are we doing over here? Because the defenders were struggling last time. Yeah, they got Eldraine with spears. They're not going to go down easy. Blackback Mountain Berserkers. No, sir. They're going to fight to the end. Got a good shot on them now. Those crossbows. Crossbows coming in. A nice beefy amount of our coast. Oh, attackers are still in this. Spears of Rivendell coming on up. Halberd forces behind them trying to rest. Does not surprise me too much. Eldraine with archers still with their bows, so we can get some good shots out of them. And then it's the Drake Broodlands. Drakey boys. Elite Scotland and the Enslavers even. Alright, holy smokes. We are back in this. Attackers, we are back in this. Stabbing away, Citadel Guard and the... oh wait, sorry, that is just the Citadel Guard. Just breaking these guys down quite efficiently. Getting more Troll Hunters out of ammunition now, yeah, they're just going to be dying. These guys will luckily activate when the enemy pushes in, so that'll be 7 more armoured up spearmen. Unfortunately, they don't get their fatigue back when they're like this. It's a shame. They're still exhausted, and they've probably been sitting there for a good while. What we got? Oh, damn. Okay, this push is going better than I imagined it would, to be honest. Do we have anybody around the back? Or have those Blackguard? Yeah, those Blackguard are doing good. Actually, sorry, those are Nazgul. What? Oh, dearie me. Yeah, damn, the Blackguard got massacred. I guess it was a Nazgul. There was another unit of Nazgul. Double Nazgul. I think that is necessary. Oh, goddamn. Yeah, for a Mordor defense, I often see double Nazgul being taken. It's worked on me in the past. I think I've got a Karn Doom Siege that I just named it like, you know, how to fail a Karn Doom Siege, pretty much. And I played as Dol Amroth and attacked a Mordor, actually. So yeah, pretty similar to what Bilbo's got going on here. And I just freaking destroyed by these 2 units in Nazgul. Yeah, it was embarrassing. But still, he's got a backstab situation going on now. One of these pikes needs to turn their asses around in order to prepare for what is to come. I would leave 1 unit of pike and my Haven Guard up front, and I'd have 1 pike at the back. no matter what, Bilbo's he's not pushing through here, but he needs to maximise his the amount of kills he's getting. And oh god damn it, the Mordor archers are coming now too. March Warden's coming in for a quick backstab. Yeah, like what I'm thinking here is Bilbo's maybe focused elsewhere. That was a good charge. Well done, boys. Just dropped 2 guys in that charge. But yeah, I think Bilbo's maybe focused on maximising his effectiveness here and probably looking elsewhere in the battlefield. But you know, you need to communicate, boys. You need to keep focused. Now, what the attackers want, and it looks like that's kind of what they're teasing them into, is to make them push down so that they've got the high ground here, so they can actually start to use what's left of their ammunition and their crossbows. And their rangers, actually, those Herenadine rangers. Whereas the defenders really wanted to hold here, but because because they just came forward like that, they've not really been able to. They've had to countercharge at them. Herenadine pikes coming forward now. Oh, the berserkers have not even used up all of their ammo. Oh, Black Orcs the Mountain coming on forward. Okay. Oh, Treb set up here perfectly, boys. Get a nice. Defenders need a good win here. They need to just absolutely wipe this, which they are doing quite comfortably. And this is a nice beefy unit of Fountain Guard still. Wards the White Tower here. Yeah, okay. Kindred, do you still have ammo? No, you don't, but that's still a beefy unit of Elven elites. They're going to break them down. This position has actually been held back better than I thought. The Gwaithir Meridian are standing by though, and there's a lot of halberds. Still exhausted. It really does upset me how long it takes for your boys to get fatigue back in Medieval 2. You know, that's if I've got one issue with Medieval, it's probably that. I like how long it takes them to lose their fatigue, and that's the way, that's like the payback of it then. You know, since it takes them so long to lose their fatigue, once they've lost it, they're not really getting it back. But I still think, like, because it's a strategic thing to just pull your men out of the fight for, you know, a while. And in a siege battle, I'd really like that to be a thing that you have to do. I'd love the idea of this elite unit gets pulled out of the fight because it's exhausted and it's sitting there just like all the boys inside are just like, no, let me out, get me back in the fight, boss. But it's like, no, you can't. You know, you need to get back up to winded first before I send you back on in there. Yeah, okay, they're getting butchered now. It was going really quite well for them here. They were continuing to slice through these guys, but this backstab now. Those pikes are it's going to be over for the pikes soon. 31 Haven Guard though, doesn't really matter if they get surrounded and there's nothing more to shoot at them. So they're going to be killing a hell of a lot. But still, no matter what, Sun is going to have a few units left. A bit of fodder to just slow the enemy down, but it's also those Nazgul, those Temple Guard, you know, Lornan archers firing up and over. You got to be careful about this, boys. Got to be careful about this. Especially when it's this tense situation. Yeah, this position is going to get broken into, and it looks like that is what the defenders are willing to let happen. They're going to let them sort of come on inside so that they can shoot them with what they've got, and then sort of have a more open battlefield. Oh, maybe. No, the Lothlorien Honor Guard are coming in to stop this. Shots coming in up and over. Herenadine pikes, decent shield value on them. It's not, you know, it's not absolutely nothing, and a bit of armor too, so they can take that fire. No problemo, sir, not at all. I just burped, like, next to the mic. Hopefully it doesn't come through, but, you know, sometimes it does. Fountain Guard there, Guardians. Yeah, those men are, of course, let's say they're just efficiency. Efficiency made manifest. What we got dropped there. That is Bilbo's general that just went down. Scobby. Eldarin Way archers there. No shield, but of course exceptional armor. God tier armor. You know, really first stage level stuff. So they're just getting unloaded on here. They'll shrug a lot of it off, but you know, you definitely want to shoot these guys because of how useful they are in melee. Got a few pieces of rotting meat there too, which seems to have broken them out in Orc 69 there, and 68. Wait, no, that's the same unit. 67. Oh, not good. Yeah, they sort of just did a charge in there and they're all getting butchered. Good stuff. But now the halberds are coming on in, and they'll take a lot longer to die as well. You know, so good stuff. But they've got to march through that rotting meat, so that's going to scare them. Okay. I really don't know who's going to take this. In all honesty. Yeah, it's swayed back and forth. Like if you asked me, 15 minutes ago, I was going to say this was an easy one. Hashtag easy victory for the not for Dol Amroth, sorry, for the defenders. I was thinking everything was going so well. Everything was going so well, and but just in the past 10 minutes, things have started to go. Things, that push was actually, like, the push here was quite well done. The push on the other side, they started to hit pretty hard, and also there were a lot of units that I didn't take notice of. Haven Guard there, only 3 of them left, but they're still so confident that they can whap out 47 Temple Guard. I said they'll do an okay job, don't get me wrong, but they can't kill that many Temple Guard. Now what's over here? This is Minas Morgul Chosen Flag Bearer. He'll probably go down at the hands of this Haven Guard unless the Shadowbows have anything to say about it. And yeah, damn, that's another Haven Guard there dropped. So yeah, they've made them pay for it. They really have. But Mordor is victorious here, and they've still got some decent units to send over to aid their allies. A lot of fodder too. It might just be what's needed. Just numbers and trash. Blackwold's coming on forward. Great AP strike into Gondor, but and 2 hit points. So if they're not getting shot at, they're going to take a while to die. They've actually got a bit of defensive skill too for a Rhudaur man. So it's really quite good. But yeah, they will get minced. The rigidity of the Herenadine pikes though might change that. Fraudrum jabs, please don't tell me you guys. Oh my god, they've still got their jabs. So that was an admit defeat there. Oh, okay. Good. Right, trolls there. Are these troll drummer? No, these are just cave trolls coming on in, cracking into the Fountain Guard. Breaking through, yeah, doing what they do best, just breaking the line. A trebuchet crew though, the trebuchet crew can keep the focus of the cave trolls for a bit. They'll not be able to really kill them, but they'll keep their focus. And this front line looks like the Kindred are there. Had the cave trolls not come in, this front line was going to hold really quite well, even with the Gwathi Meridain. But now that they're gone, no. See, I'd be tempted to use the broodlings right now myself. I don't take broodlings, so I don't really know how they get. Well, I don't use them, but I would probably do it now, just because this, I guess, it's a bit beefier a line than what I thought. Citadel Guardians, so much AP. I guess you would suffer. Oh, the Guardians are still around too. Damn it. Still, I don't know. I'd maybe go for it. I would maybe go for it. But I guess they're just biding their time. There's no point in breaking through there if you can't, like, punish it elsewhere. Fraudrum Javelins look like they're coming around that side now. It's going to be a while before they get there. We're continuing with this clash. Oh, come on, pikemen, get your pikes down. A few of them are stabbing away, but they do look like they're struggling as the Blackwolves are dying in droves. What do we got over here? Nothing. Oh, yeah, nothing. So yeah, Sun is just, well, he's resting some of his guys and just getting the others moved on up. Yeah, no, absolutely quiet over here in the west. Yeah, halberds, they can come on and be supportive. Just basically line a few more on halberds alongside their Gondorian allies in this case. Is a bit strange to say, but yeah, they'll provide some more numbers to that line. Herenadine Rangers still looking for a good target. They position themselves there. It's a tough arc. Ooh, they could maybe pull off that shot. Up and over and mincing through guys that are coming through this entrance. It's possible, I hope. Maybe not. Pharaoh knows stuff. Like, Pharaoh's a pretty good player, so if he's not doing it, I suspect like it's because it can't be done. It's not because he hasn't spotted it. But yeah, or maybe I've just got a keen eye for these things. Says the guy that barely ever takes Rangers. So, we've got 2 shadow bows here. Scraps, but still shadow bows. But this looks like it's a retreat. So the Shadowbows might just be coming in here to absorb a little bit of the damage, to allow other units to retreat. Cave Trolls were a great thing there. Oh my god, yeah, Drake Broodlings. If the Drake Broodlings get up there and start running down these routing men, that's going to be absolute havoc. Oh god, 150 Halberdiers there just broken. Hopefully for the defenders, like they end up running into them. Ah, they're running away now. Okay, that's thank goodness for the attackers, really, because that would be oh no. They don't know. They're scared. They're too scared of the broodlings to run back home, it seems. But yeah, mincing the Watchers here. Good charge there on the Watchers, and yeah, just devouring them. In an extended fight, the broodlings would suffer. Well, yeah, not even very extended. They're going down there right now. But we need to run back, boys. Yeah, take notice of what the halberdiers are doing. Just follow them. Fountain Guard broken, Citadel Guard broken. Everything's just running on into the centre. Even doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whose side you're on. Yours are running right now. Halberd's getting grabbed. Ooh, lucky for these routing. Well, lucky for everybody. The routing men are kind of getting in the way of the broodlings a little bit, but still, it's a nasty charge. Looks like the wardens of the White Tower are kind of taking it on the chin, so that more of the Watchers of the Golden Wood can get away. Oh damn! Still getting torn apart though. They'll get up. That's the general. Oh dear, that's Gondor's general drop there amongst the wardens of the White Tower, which is going to mean this front line is going to be a bit shaken. They're so close to the centre though, that of course if they fight in the centre they're locked morale. But if they're just out of it, then they can still end up breaking. The nice rigid line of the Fearmongers, and of course the morale buff of the Fearmongers. There's no allied, well, the goblins will benefit from that. Oh, broodlings are all the way into the centre now, and they're going to start biting the backs of these archers. They're going to take shots from the Watchers. Yeah, this is the beginning of the end, I think, for the defenders. Unless that is dealt with very efficiently, and they're able to find a way to block up this passageway. Because there's still so much. Oh wow, the wardens. The Gwathi Meridian will smash through the wardens, but they'll keep them in place for a while, and I'd hope that they'll drop another one or two. Oh, once the pikes get set up though, that'll be it over. And the Godhlim are still there. Oh yeah. Eldarin spears, halberds there, swordmasters coming on. Swordmasters are pretty much an elite unit in my books. You know, they're very good. They may only have one hit point, but yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, still shooting into the Drake Broodlings, they're running back through you, but they'll be hurt. They're wavering there, down to just 12. Oh, poor Citadel Guard. Shadowbows, oh, about to get minced again. Aye, aye, aye. Yeah, those Drake Broodlings were saved for a good moment there by Lalan. Yeah, I keep almost walking over this way because I'm like, oh, you know, like what's going on this side of the battlefield? But I forget that that's gone quiet. Oh dear, yeah. So I think it's looking like Grind City now. So I'll probably just nestle myself somewhere and go up to 2 times speed for a bit. Yeah, we'll watch these broodlings, but probably go a bit faster. They're routing there, 7 off them. Oh no, oh that's so sad, poor little boys. They're just stunned there, they're just frightened, and the March Wardens just come in and grab them. Poor baby dragons. What are you gonna do? Yeah, the Shadowbows, they want a piece of that too, they want some payback. Even though they're routing, they're still like multiple hit points, so they don't go down too easy. But yeah, that's them. I don't see 5 Drake Broodlings coming back from routing. Now the funny, they'll run through every, they're, yeah, I don't know why I didn't think they'd just run out that way. Nice and safe. Oh well. 5 baby. How many is that? That's like 5. Yeah, 5 baby dragons running off to 4. damn it, javelins. 4 baby dragons running off to go and grow bigger. Join the next fight. Looks like Sun might have been chasing them for a minute, but he'll come back from that. As he sees they're bolted. Hopefully they don't come back from routing. But yeah, Temple Guard being thrown in to the backs of these lines. Perennial Berserkers, a very good, well, a 2 hit point unit, but one of the more sort of lower end I find when it comes to bodyguard units. That's where I put my general, of course, because I like them. But if you don't get to use their javelins, really quite a rough unit, or they don't use javelins, they use like throwing axes, of course. But that's part of their cost. That's part of their shenanigans. And if you do get to use their axes, then of course they're pretty damn good quality. And speaking of using their jabs, oh, it just went right into the front of the Lothlorien Honor Guard. So yeah, just about the toughest unit to break through with a throwing axe. Because of that shield value, because of that massive armor value too. Herinodyne Rangers rattling on into anything. At this stage in the battle, you've just got to find your targets and shooting them in the back. Ah, damn! Ow, 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 Master Blaster. That hurts. Hurts to go through that. Temple Guard over here coming in to sort of help block up this avenue, allow the Watch of the Golden Wood to get some shots off. As everybody's waiting in the wings there. There's still some bloody Wardens of the White Tower standing their ground though. That's impressive to see. Halberds. Yes. Okay. What are we at generally? 90 for 90. Awesome. Okay. We're neck and neck. I just fear that with what the attackers still have though, it's just it's going to be a tough ask to get through that. Those dragons bolted off all the way, right? Minas Morgul Chosen are still running this way from Sun. Probably an accident, but still. Okay, yeah. Let's settle now. So I'll just talk generally about the battle for a few thousand frames. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. It was definitely very obscure for a Moria battle, which is good. I really like that because Moria does get very repetitive. As people that watch it will know, and as people that play it definitely do complain about it. I definitely do think that we need to, as a community, we do need to start trying some of the other maps a bit more than we do. We get set in our ways, and I get set in my ways. I enjoy a good Moria fight now and again, and there's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. But there are so many other great maps that, so many cityscapes that just never get played, and so many maps in the map packs that, like, I talk crap. I don't think I currently have the map pack installed. So, but there's there are lots of maps that we do need to get used, and maybe I'll try my best to, when I'm next hosting a game, to jump onto a different one, and just to spice it up, both for my sanity as a caster, and also for a for our own playstyle. Because we get into these mindsets where it's like, oh, this is how you defend Moria. This is the only way that you're meant to defend Moria, and because it is the best way to defend it. But can we really call ourselves good players just because we can get a good kill-death ratio on a map that we've played 500 times? What happens when we do get dropped into a place that we don't actually know, and we have to think, okay, we have to recognize, okay, this is a good place for me to put my archers. This is a good place for me to hold because I don't get shot from here, here, or here. And I think that definitely changes it. I'm just standing right on top of some elven archers. They keep yelling at me. God damn it. So yeah, it's something, but something to ponder for perhaps, but no, and I will attempt to jump on some different maps. We're at 91 for 94 now, so the attackers are kind of pulling ahead as their elite units come to bear. The enslavers very, very good there, alongside the berserkers. So it's just a lot of damage coming at them, and yeah, a few of these bugged out units remaining in play. Yeah, so they'll go down over time. Watch the Golden Wood biting the bullet momentarily, with some a few scraps here, March Wardens, and of course the Temple Guard, who are going to need something half decent to take them on. Godly, most likely. Come on, Tundras, don't use your ammunition here. Give them some honourable melee combat with your armour upgraded Godly. Looks. Oh no, he is doing that. He's fighting his. I didn't see this last unit up there, but no, I thought he was just going to line up and shoot the Temple Guard. I would have been very displeased if that's the way it went down. So many more frames left. God damn it, guys. What happens? I guess Minas Morgul Chosen, they come back. They're not going to go down easy. Oh god, they're going to get volleyed to the face. Ouch. Oucharino. But yeah. If they can make contact with the Reforged Javelins, the Reforged Javelins will mince them. Slowly. Well, I don't know. Quickly, really. But yeah. Oh, some Lothlorien boys there. Alright, anyway. Yeah, so I think that's definitely trying to break out of my shell, I guess, and go and play on some different maps. Now the reason that we don't play on other maps, for anybody that doesn't actually play the game and wonders why they just see the same maps all the time when there are so many others, it's not just because we are set in our ways. It's also because we know that certain maps are stable. You know, there are some maps that we know are very stable, and some maps that we know are more likely to crash. And when you devote, 2 hours to something, you really want to see it through. And if you know that you're going to be able to get, an hour into a game and then somebody's going to crash out, especially an 8-man game, it's very likely, because all it needs is one of you to go. One of you to go, and it's unless it happens very late on in the game, it's that's a battle kind of ruined. So that's the main reason that we play on these maps all the time, because Moria, as much as you might not like it, you don't crash on Moria too often, and you don't crash on most of the maps too often, but it's just this fear that we have, and that gets in that way. But still, I will try to look around, and I will always be open, a bit more open, if somebody has a battle report on a different map, one that's not very commonly used, and it's like, oh, it's not super duper close, it's maybe, it's like 60, I don't know, like when you start getting to like 60% losses for one side, then that's maybe when I'm like, oh man. But like, if you think like, oh, it was about 68%, 65% casualties on the winning side, I'll give it a go, just for the sake of being on a different map. And we're all big boys, like we don't, nobody's doing this, or hopefully nobody's doing this to like make fun of each other. It's like, oh, look how much I smashed this boy's ass in this last fight. It's not about that. So it's I don't mind doing a slightly more one-sided fight, but I like most of the battles to be much more even. This one, cheaper sake, 96%, that was, you could argue, like it's a lot of elite units, so it's not quite the same, but still it's pretty damn good in my mind. Like it's not so much the ending percentage as well, it's kind of this, do you constantly think like the defenders are going to win, and then the defenders win? Like 5 seconds from the start of the game you think defenders are going to win, and throughout the entire battle there's never a moment where you think, actually the attackers might have this. This was a really good battle for me, because like I genuinely was fully behind the defenders. I thought that there was no way the attackers were going to win, and the attackers ended up winning. So, but even when the attackers started to really dominate, gain control, there was still always this thought, like, it could go bad for them. The defenders still have some tricks up their sleeves. I think if like whatever did this, all of these Fountain Guard, whatever brought them down, that is where I think the fight was done. Also, did the attackers on the west? Like that's where I think it changed. That's where it changed for me from being like defenders definitely have this, because all of those Fountain Guard, if they get into a good position, I view Fountain Guard in almost the same light as I view the Eldrazi Swordmasters. Like they're almost an elite unit, so it's not quite in the same level, but it's there. They do very, very well. Cheaper sake, was still some. Oh, I know. I thought that was a Lorien warrior for some reason, as he was running there. Right, so it's just the last Nazgul that's taking forever to die. 2 Nazgul over there actually. Jeepers, they're probably gonna 96. The timer's run out, but it's because some guy's in the middle of the battlefield. Is that what stops it? Oh no, it doesn't. Good. So those last Nazgul will fight on for eternity. So we'll blitz through Bilbo's kills there. Haven Guard there. This secondary Haven Guard unit, it didn't rack up many kills because it was going up against Executioners and some really, really good guys. And Nazgul too, so that's why it didn't really get a great kill ratio. Renegades there, just getting shot up, because you can see all the people that got healed up, that's why. Halberds and Perithal Champ, like what we could have done with here, I would have gotten, now you won at the end of the day, so you can't like feel too bad about it, but I would have definitely not taken the Haven Guard. I would have taken some Mathillan Men-at-Arms, just in order to sponge a bit of damage. Go up there to back up my archers, really. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 phalanxes, you know, is a risky proposition, I think. To a siege. In a field battle, 5 phalanxes sometimes works. And also, as Belfast Marines, I would have maybe grabbed another javelin. So, yeah, I'd probably get rid of the Haven, get rid of the second unit Haven Guard, get rid of, like, a halberd and a pike, or get rid of 2 halberds and a pike. Or sorry, get rid of either a halberd and a pike, or 2 halberds, whichever you really feel like. Maybe get rid of Perilful Champion. I don't know. Just get some more shielded guys. Yeah, and that's probably what I would have done. Get more shielded guys, get more javelins. Who kind of count as shielded guys, you know. Pharaoh there, good stuff overall. Pretty solid. I suspect that he was the man that ripped apart that front line with probably his Hernadyne Berserkers. Probably Master Blaster was focusing elsewhere in the fight. He just ran up at the right moment and just shredded him. Lalan there, absolutely adored the Drake Broodlings. They were used at the right moment, I think. Yeah, I would have probably used them a bit too early, gotten them killed. They are more fragile than I think they are, is the problem. Then Doctor, yeah, I was frightened of his strategy too. I think because that was the thing. No individual person brought too many phalanxes. It was just that everybody, you know, Bilbo, Pharaoh, Lalan even, everybody brought quite a lot of phalanxes. And you had Lothlorien on the defense, and you had Gondor on the defense. You know, 2 factions that can take a lot of archers. So it's risky. It's risky, but it worked out. So, you know, what can I say? 1 man remaining for Mordor. It's nice to see that. You don't often. But yeah, good. Then yes. So yeah, Tundris. I was a big fan of everything there. You know, he let his allies take a bit of a beating for him, but he did have some fodder just to aid them and do a bit of damage, and also to take a little bit of the strain from them. So it wasn't just a case of Lalan charging his goblins in there just to absorb battle fire. But then Tundris had his uber elites at the end of the game to finish the job, that's what you want from an Imladris attacker ally. You know, they're bringing it home with their elites, or they're using their elites to crush enemy elites. You know, either or. NBA Beckermeat, yeah, loved it. As I say, I found it a bit of a strange strategy, but I like the strategy that the defenders went for. As I say, I like seeing people do different things. Usually what you would see is Gondor on the west, or like Gondor on one of the sides, Mordor on the other, and then MP Beckermeat with his Lothlorien guys mixing it up in between. He was mixing it up in between, but he did also have quite a lot of infantry to hold the left, and that allowed Master to be the final defensive line. I loved falling back. That's so cool. Like, it's just something you don't often see. People usually defend positions until everybody on that position is dead, and then they form up on the next one. It's very rare that you actually have a retreat happen, and it was cool to see. I like that. Anyway, thank you guys very much, and this has been a long one, no doubt. I'll see you later.